How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Earlier today, I did a video speaking about the Telegram founder and his recent arrest, and how that ties in directly with what Whitney Webb has been saying is going to happen for a while. Now, if you haven't seen that video, go watch it. But I want to talk today about Pavel Durov, the Telegram founder, who has a significant portion of money in Bitcoin, who has a significant Bitcoin position. You know, I'm just spilling the beans right away. You won't believe who's been buying Bitcoin. It's Pavel. He's been ready for this kind of thing, this kind of government overreach for a while. I want to show you the clip where he talks about why he owns some Bitcoin, why he has some cash, and also talk about what's happening very soon that's going to be very interesting for the market. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification underneath the video so you can see future videos just like this. If you want to trade cryptocurrency, underneath the video there's a link to Margex. I opened a position on Toncoin. I talked about it in my last video. It's up 50%. I opened up another position on Toncoin that was less risky, just a 5x instead of a 15x. It's up 16%. We have other positions that are up 900%. If you want to check out that link, check it out underneath the video. I've been able to double my Caspa position because of leverage trading. I also have a large position open with Bitcoin as collateral on a Bitcoin trade, which is awesome. If you didn't know, you can use different forms of collateral on Margex, which is not available on other exchanges. So if you have one crypto that you want more of, but you want to trade something like Bitcoin, which is just a more liquid market and is a little bit easier to read, you can do that over on Margex. Now, earlier today, I talked about the Telegram founder who has been recently arrested in France. So again, watch that video, but let me show you this clip from him recently where he talks about owning a significant portion of Bitcoin, or a significant amount of Bitcoin.
Also, for me, it was never about money, right? So I have a few $100 million in my bank account or in Bitcoin since 10 years ago, and I don't do anything with it. I don't own any real estate, jets, or yachts. I don't think those this lifestyle is for me. I like to focus on what we are doing with Telegram.
You don't own anything? Big assets? You don't own
no big assets. Exactly.
An island in Hawaii or
no land, no real estate, nothing.
Why?
Well, because for me, my number one priority in life is my freedom. Also, for me.
Okay, read between the lines there, and he kind of alluded to it at the end. His number one priority is his freedom. And maybe he knows that the government is going to overreach. Maybe he realizes or has been told that he needs to comply. And again, if you haven't watched that last video, it's kind of imperative for this video. But they basically arrested him for not complying with government overreach. And he knows, most likely, that if he does not follow what the government wants, and he owns some big estate, he owns a yacht, it can get seized. But Bitcoin can't. Even money in a bank account, right? Maybe he can move it to the right jurisdiction. Maybe he can wire it out quick enough that he has control over that money. He obviously owns a significant amount of equity in businesses. Pavel Durov is worth about 15.5 billion, most of it probably in Telegram, right? I'm not exactly sure, but he also owns a significant amount of Bitcoin. He said, I've had hundreds of millions of dollars in my bank account or in Bitcoin since 10 years ago. Think about that. What was Bitcoin's price in 2014? Let's just look at that. Bitcoin price, okay, let's just go 24, even just 2015, it was $300. So if he had $10 million even, just $10 million in Bitcoin, it's gone up 20,000% since then, right? I mean, think about how crazy that is. Just a $300 Bitcoin, $10 million, let's just do the math here. $10 million divided by $300, you could own 30,000 Bitcoin very easily, right? And that's He said he had a couple $100 million in cash and in Bitcoin. So who knows? Maybe he is one of the biggest holders of Bitcoin. Who knows? But I think he approached this in a way that makes a lot of sense. For someone that is in a very touchy business, he has been buying Bitcoin. Now, who knows whether he's bought anything recently or just been like holding it for a rainy day, holding it away from government overreach, but he's a bright guy. He's a young guy that understands technology. He understands Bitcoin. He understands government overreach, which is just fascinating to see how much he believes in Bitcoin. This is obviously from a recent Tucker Carlson video. If you haven't seen that, you can go look up the full version. You know what else is cool about Bitcoin? Well, you can actually make dollar value in it. You can actually gain more dollar value or increase your net worth, because some people use it as an investment. It's not just a technology. It's not a stable coin. It actually is an investment as well. It has that side of it. So let me play this video for you from Michael Saylor, where he talks about how you can 10x your money.
The best idea, if you want to make 10x your money, is you buy something that everybody in the world needs, nobody in the world can stop, and almost nobody understands.
Perfect.
Okay, so in 2010, that was Amazon, or that was Apple, or that was Facebook or Google. These are all dominant digital networks that everybody in the world needed, that nobody could stop. But if you'd ask the typical mainstream investor, is this a good investment? They would all say, oh, it's very scary, it's overvalued, Amazon doesn't make money. You know, mobile phones used to cost $50. You know, it's like Apple's going to sell an iPhone for $600. They said it's too expensive. The iPhone $600 is too expensive. Nokia will sell me one for $30. They said Apple is going to go to $30. And of course, what happened is Apple went to $1,500.
Yes.
And so the conventional wisdom was against these big tech companies.
And I know Michael Saylor gets a lot of flack from a lot of people, but the fact is his company and his vision has performed extremely well. 4 years on the Bitcoin standard, and you would have outperformed every company in the S&P 500. He shows MicroStrategy versus every other S&P 500 company, the top performing ones. NVIDIA had a worse return than MicroStrategy. Arista Networks, Eli Lilly, every single company, the top 500 companies in the US, all performed worse than MicroStrategy over the last 4 years. So yeah, obviously they perform quite well. Now, later this week, we have a couple interesting things happening. We have the DXY. We have the market open, right? We're going to see if the DXY falls below 100 and falls below previous support, which would be good for cryptocurrency assets, for risk-on assets. We also have PCE inflation coming out on Friday. Maybe it's a bit of a slower week again, with some people being on vacations, large hedge funds being on large hedge fund employees being on vacation over at their penthouses, out at their lake houses this week. But it should be an interesting next few weeks, especially leading up to the next interest rate decision, whether it's 25 basis points, 50, maybe 75 gets priced in. And then a very interesting next year, just in general, with the elections and rate cuts and all that. Let me know your thoughts, though, underneath the video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about Pavel as well, the Telegram founder, buying Bitcoin, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.